So we closed the month for XPX. So I ended up going to the month, put a purple line right where it closed, meaning that's where that way, that way visually by putting all these lines, I can visually see as the market is moving or where it's at, whether it be 1 hour candle, 2 hour candle, whatnot. I could see where the goals could be or where it's going to have a trouble passing or breaking through, especially with the help of these certain boxes that I end up. Because I pretty much end up breaking the market into sections, and depending what lines it's inside in between those sections or inside those, each section, which is inside each section, there could be more boxes. Because depending, there could be a week, 2 weeklies in between here. These could be 2 weeklies. So actually, this right here could be acting like resistance as the market starts coming down again. It's going to act like resistance, breaking through, testing this one because this is your real strong support because of daily. This one's weak. This one's weak. So this is your first stop right here as the market then opens throughout the day today. You should see a box right here. Go from here to here. Yeah, you go right here, but this one's covering 12-hour candle. Oh, that was because your next strong resistance or floor would be this right here. Or we call these lines pretty much floor. Your strong floor will be 12-hour candle and up are your strong floors. The stronger, the highest one is monthly or these right here. So we would then do another box now that we have a monthly area right here. Go from right here to right here, and then I would paint it purple. So I'll do it green or yellow. Yellow, then do my fire candle right here. And next strong area right here. After that, you're fucking free to go, baby. Okay, so we close the month here. Again, this is beautiful fucking for us to close the month here, you guys. That's a strong ass month right there. Compared to where we were yesterday, I believe, where the fuck were we? We were somewhere over here. And I said it was still looking good. Look at all. Good shit. Eliminated all these trades here pretty much. There are people that were holding. Okay. So if you go on my short, so even though I don't post videos here, I still try to send updates to the homie, either because I'm busy or because I'm just too lazy and I don't feel like making a video about it. But just to have proof that I did see that coming, or for whatever reason, I send these texts and warnings to the homie. And I know because it's gonna help him, and I'd rather send him something and not be a dick and just keep it to myself and make some bullshit like, oh, I didn't see any moves, or which I don't do that, but hey, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, the more people want to join, if you ever want to join my Discord group, I have a Discord. We can talk. If you guys have any comments, any questions, if you guys would like me to come on at a certain time and explain more or create a playlist explaining more about how I trade or how I see the market, because I do see the market different. I analyze the market different. Yeah, I'm different. I'm different with the market. I have my own weird way of seeing the market. So we close the month beautifully with a new all-time high and a new all-time high month candle closing. Okay, then let's go to the weekly. What I would then see most likely is I'm gonna see this doing. Maybe keep pushing on up. Freaking okay, I'll explain later on because I can't see the boxes right here. Shit, let me go through it real quick. Yeah, maybe go up and try to break this and create a new all-time high for a couple of hours and then come back down to the region again. So I think we have data tomorrow. Let me check. Consumer confidence. So that's gonna be very important. 7 in the morning, along with Richmond manufacturing, which is also important, but not as important as consumer. We also got Bel Belgian NBB business climate, which I don't know what the hell that is, to be honest. But I do know what consumer confidence mean. So 7 in the morning. So either cause, and I told the homie we're gonna close here. Um, just based off my box and where it's at right now, the price range. And yeah, otherwise we would have continued blattering off and not have that pause that we had after 1 p.m. right here. We would have, I mean, actually after 12 right here, we'll continued, like, oh, pal said so and so, we're happy, shoom, continue on up. So that's why I was like, okay, we're gonna close here, especially because inside the box that was in. I'll show you guys. All right, so daily, and you see that trend. Remember how I think either in my videos or my shorts, I was saying how even though we closed this month below the trend line, this daily trend line right here that you're gonna see right now that I keep mentioning on my videos and I've been mentioning, this one right here, this one right here, that's where you see them orange because they're daily. We end up closing right below it, right where this 50 sign is right here. The reason why it has a slash 15M means that's a 50 Fibonacci for a 50-minute candle. And then also what was important, and I told the homie, was this trend line. It's a monthly trend line. And just like we had the bottom one, see, 1 time, 2 time, it's a 3 time down there. Most likely that one. All right. And I'll go back with the bullshit again that you guys don't like. I understand. So this is what we started. This is where we closed Friday, the week, and this is where we opened. Notice how we sustained. We dropped, but when we dropped, this was an area right here that I knew was gonna hold, or I was hoping it would hold if it went down, because I knew this trend line right here was going down. Going down. Typically, what happens, like I said on other shorts and videos, I think in my videos I mentioned about this. When we have the market break these trend lines, this is the same monthly trend line that I showed earlier. We tend to go above it, and it tends to be a fake. And if there was a fake, they would have been in this box, would have gone down here and just shut down and hold and done the bullshit and gone down and all that shit. Then the market would have been we hit peaks and there's a snag. But what I told the homie is Friday. I was just thinking Friday was the last big day and Monday was gonna be some bullshit ass data till the end of Friday, and I saw where the market was topping. I was like, and it was holding that same range, the same range right here at the end where right here, just in this area right here. And I was like, it's it's not gonna continue going down. It's gonna hold that area, so that's still bullish. Because especially how it broke this trend line right here, we end up closing below it. And then I saw Monday. I was like, oh, Monday he's gonna talk. Powell's gonna talk. So the market, even though we dropped throughout the night, in the morning, and if we do drop, it's gonna end up dropping. See, here's your first stop. So it would have ended drop passing there, and if it did drop, the worst would have been this zone right here because that's your next. Here's the next stop. This one and this one. So you can see right here, smash through all of them. They end up stopping on the next, close to the next week, last week. So that was a beautiful ass fucking area right there, because your next area to pay attention to would have been 345 to 430 or around. But since we had the data at 730, I mean 7, I think 7 the first one. Normally the market doesn't really wait for that. But since it was Powell, just the emotion, the I don't know the words. I don't know how to say the optimism, the of that he's gonna say something good, that he's the market's gonna continue. That's what's moving the market early in the morning. It's not that they really care about that data. It was him. They're gonna be mentioning this, and they were mentioning. That's why I like keeping track of those notifications that I sent to the homie, just so I know what the market is saying. Because the market tends to do, oh no, especially in the morning when we have mixed data. Mixed data, is the market gonna go down or shit like that? And then later on around the key areas that I say that are important, your 7:45 to 8:30, your 11:45 to 12:30, and your 3:45 to 4:30. Those are the areas that the market tends to switch, and it does whatever it does. So let me go down to 12-hour candle. So yesterday, notice that even though we dropped, this is today. Actually, this was today. And by today, I mean there's a 12-hour candle. So 12-hour candle closes at 2 in the morning and 3 p.m. 2 in the morning and nighttime, of course. And so notice how this is a 12-hour candle for last night at 2 in the morning and today. So this one started from 2 p.m. yesterday to it will open at 3 p.m. and close at 2 in the morning. And from 2 in the morning to 2 p.m. it was this one right here. So I'm gonna go to a 4-hour candle. Actually, but yeah. So look, there's where we opened. I'll collect my profit over here. As I started coming down here, I knew I had feeling it wasn't gonna come down as fast. Let me go down to a 4-hour candle. So that we opened. And then so this red box was important. I knew it was gonna be important in some sort of way. Because we have a daily and a 12-hour right here close. So I knew this area was gonna be an important, intense area before it actually came down to the day that where it started, which was right when the 50 Fibonacci for the 15-minute candle was right at. So I knew it was in a hard place to either break through or break through on up, either way. And the 1-hour candle Fibonacci was right here. Probably moved already since the market moved. And it's down here now. And I'm pretty sure the 2-hour candle moved too. And it's right there. And then, what time was that? Supposed to that was at 7. 7, we started recuperating. Notice how it was around this area right here. Notice how these candles act every time they came to this area, between these areas, support area. So the fact that it was then breaking down to this area, where we at? Right here. Then around, so we're having an H pattern. And that's when I told the homie in the screenshot in the short to wait till 11:45 to 12:30. But seeing how with that in the 15-minute candle, I knew it was gonna go for a little bounce on down to the blue one. And that's why I collected my profit. Especially because then since I was in the 15-minute candle, I could see where the 15-minute candle Fibonacci will be at. That area where it would bounce. And what a coincidence that it was the same area where it started at on Sunday. Now that the market moved, the Fibonacci moved. So the 50 Fibonacci is now down here. And what a coincidence, it's right on the trend line, on that monthly trend line. So pay attention later on throughout the night or throughout the day. We might have a drop over here too. So anyway, so we end up dropping, and I know this line right here, the blue one, it's the weekly line. See, it closes high briefly after closing high, decline briefly after power please. Yeah, no, see that's, and you see how, and see what they're gonna say. Conference and messages two more right. I want to see if they give a reason why they think the market went down right after Powell stopped talking. Because actually, that wasn't even the case. Because actually, after he stopped talking, the market just fucking went back. It went down. Yeah, after he went talking, see how the market does that shit? Because he started talking at pretty much as soon as he stopped talking, the market skyrocketed. He stopped talking, the market went down. No, it was the other way around. But the market tends to do that shit, though, send you the notifications as it happens or minute as it's happening. Or I don't know. That's why I like the market, especially when they send you the notifications. I take it in because I was like, oh, okay, look, these. I like to see how they bullshit people. Because then what they'll do is then an hour later, 15 minutes later, 30 minutes later, then they'll have another notification. Oh, the market skyrocketed after oil comes out good and so whatnot. And then to me, like, you see how I'm not. See, I could be saying the same shit. Like everybody's gonna have their own reason why the market went up. You're gonna go to these YouTubers, Kevin, Tom Nash, all these traders, investors, and whatnot, and they're gonna tell you a reason. Every single one of them has a reason why the market went up and why they think the market is gonna go down. So it's up to you how you see the market. You can go take a course, and they show you how to do this, how you do this, how you hold a pencil. It's like going to school. You're going to school to get trained the same way every cater. You know how the school education system is. How do you think the trading, if you want to call it education system, how it's going? How do you think that works? Do you think it's a copy and paste? My mentor went to this famous mentor. That mentor had a shitload of other little students. Those students graduate. They were all taught the same, to view the market the same, to think like everybody. You see what I mean? I have my own way of reading the market, seeing the market. These boxes, these lines, in a way, could be an indicator. Somebody could program and make it do what I do. Hey, on every 1 hour candle that closes, make sure you put a white line on it. If there's a 2 hour candle that closes on that same white line, that white line is not gonna be green. Hey, on a 3 hour candle, when it closes, you're gonna put a gray line on it, and so on and so on and so on. Hey, make sure you, and that's already TradingView already has this too. There's a thing like a elite. I think it's an elite one where it sketches out for you candle patterns, meaning like the candle that I showed you right here, like the little sketch that I drew for you guys right here. It would have drew that because that was a candle pattern. But if you see right here, it's almost like a sideways triangle or pyramid. I mean, and it goes smaller and smaller and smaller until it breaks. That's also what I was trying to point out to the homie right here. So we end up touching that area at 12. And I know that again, like I told you guys, 11:45 to 12:30 is the time where the market ends up reversing. So the fact that it broke down on this weekly line where it ended up closing on Friday and open on Sunday, of course. The fact that instead of going all the way down, and this is what I end up telling homies right here or you guys that this was the next red flag, because right here when we opened, that's the first thing that I did, and I say, hey, look, and I explained in my video. That look, if the market was holding down, it would have held this area right here, close at here, which is the 4 candle, closing right on this, and then go down, and so on and so on and so on. But the fact that in less than 10 minutes, it went back above where it started, I was like, okay, I'm going to go on a buy. We're going to go up to the 50 Fibonacci, which was right here, but I ended up moving it since the market ended up moving, which is right here. And here's the 3-hour candle Fibonacci that's still active. So then the fact that, again, it did the same thing. 11 o'clock, and as we're getting closer to the end of it, it goes back up here. 12:45, because you're 12:45, 11:40 is your last, closer to your last. Hey, it's now or never, so I have to go for that move around that time. And you can see 11:50, 11:30, and then boom. I would have gone for a buy in that area right there. And again, I know this would have been my trouble area, my resistance area. So if we would have held this right here and not this, if we would have had this candle close right here, then it would have been continue with the buy. But since it went down here at 12:45, it's not even one. It's not even. That's again at the end of the market. The market either because again, if this was bullish, this 12:45 would have been up here, and the market would have continued. Would have closed here. The fact that at 12:45 it did this, out. Because again, the market is gonna go down again for that blue line or towards it. And then this time would have been the real one because see what happens. See how long it starts to then create resistance in that box. Not just that, but my indicator right here is showing you how, hey, it's having pro passing above this. We again, like I said before, we shoot above this green cloud. The second time now that's gonna be picking up is 3 or making going for the actual move is 345 to 430. But you can go as close as 330 for this. This is your goal. This is what the market knows that we're paying attention to. And see how far away from it is. What's going to be your indicator is going to be time. 315. 330, that's it. Because if the market was going to continue up, this is when the market starts reversing. This is where the market holds and then starts reversing. Because it has data coming out or for whatever reason. This is when the market does that shit. Or because we have a data at, like for example, at 5 or 5:30. So it bullshits here, and then we come to, in my indicator would have told you right here, it would have said entry, and that would have given you the targets. So that would have been more confirmation. And as we get closer to 4, we fucking still end up dropping. This would have been a iffy moment right there. But seeing how flat it is, no wicks or nothing after this. See how I wonder how fast it dropped. Ooh, no. It was I went on a sell right here, and then I ended up canceling it because it went up this high. I believe it was no. I ended up going on a buy right here. When I woke up, I believe it was somewhere down here, or other way around. So originally, when I was going for a sell. Because either I was going to sell right here on the buy there. Either way, I messed myself up. But originally, after breaking this, no, this one right here. After breaking this, at this time, I ended up going to sleep early. And I think I left it on a buy, I think. And I think one of those two, I can't remember. But either way, originally, after it broke this the first time, or the second time actually, I saw this as a goal because that made so much sense for me for the market to drop here where the trend line is. You got your Fibonacci right here in this area. Just everything, the time, the area, and especially where it was, but it didn't. It held and it did all this. Went up and down, all that bullshit. But if I would have been awake during this time and would have seen this, especially this right here in this area after the market opened, because and the data was at 7, so your area was right here. Because most likely your Fibonacci at that time was somewhere up here, most likely. But now that it moved, it wasn't right here. So since your 50 Fibonacci, 15-minute Fibonacci would have coincided it was right here, it made then sense that the market then would rally enough to that Fibonacci once, whatever, will it be 6:30, 6 o'clock, but sometime around that time will make the market then recover on that. It made no sense for the market to be doing this and then going to down here. Otherwise, we would have been down here already by 6:30, right down here in this area. We would have been more bullish on going down then. And then the falling should have been since last night, because again, if traders, investors were scared that the Fed would have said something bad and they knew it, they would have been fucking selling like crazy already. And that's why like the fact that it held all this, like this fear should have happened way faster. We shouldn't have this. Like this fear would have then continue just with this one. Would have continued going on down. Or if it was fear, as we getting closer to it, it would have done this, but still continue going on down. The market would have been down somewhere down here. Jeez, golly. Look at that one. Holy shit, that was a sweet one. That was today, huh? Fuck, that was a good one. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Your best bet was to go to a 15-minute candle and see what the Fibonacci was at. For then, once he stops talking towards the end, especially if he was saying good shit, you would have been able to catch most likely right here in this area, especially because we're getting closer to 11:45. And if this was bad, it would have sustained below this thing right here, which is the box. So you would have held this, and this would act like resistance, and would have been fucking stuck in here and just been going down top like this and just going here. After how it sustains, and then this would be your final warning: 11:45 to 12:30. This right here, buy this shit, buy this shit. This was your signal here: buy. Easy money right there. I think that's why I end up buying mine. I think I bought mine somewhere here. I have it on my shorts. Anyways, so says we have that tomorrow. We end up closing here. We go to 1 hour candle. Let me see where the Fibonacci's are at for the 1 hour candle, 2 hour candle here, 3 hour candle right here, 4 hour candle down way over there, 15-minute candle right where the monthly trend line's at. I wouldn't be surprised if the market would open and do some shit like that and go down and say, whoa, you won't believe this. So after the Fed, blah, 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 the market going down or some shit like that. Because this is bad right here. Especially because of this. You end up creating a double top. Meaning next day it's going to open right here. But look, let me see right here. Well, first of all, we closed below this one. Even though we shot above it, we are getting pressure below it, which is bad. So you can see this, something like this. We wanted this day to shoot above this, or shoot above this in general. That's what I told the homie, look, we're gonna close in this box right here. 2 red flags. The fact that we closed below this one in general, and then the fact that we end up closing, we end up did closing below above it, but not really. So that's bad right there. Because this ends up being like a fake out. So what we want to see is we want now to sustain these Fibonacci, especially this 3 hour candle right here. Sustain this one or these two above this yellow line right here. Create support in this area and then go back up. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if bitch fucking goes for it and goes for the goal. I don't think it's gonna go fast though. But again, now your time to pay attention to this is gonna be 3:45 to 4:30. Damn, this is where I went down today. That's easily on a trade like I do, easily fucking $1,000 or more than $1,000 trade. Close to $1,000 easily. Anyways, alright guys, so yeah, now we're gonna wait to see how the market starts. I'll try to do a short. If I don't, because I'm lazy, guys, I'm sorry. But I'll try to do a short around 3:45. 3:45. From there, we're gonna see. But what I want to see, I wanted to see hold this where it says entry target. See what the 50-minute candle says. Entry for a sell, most likely. Watch. Yep. For a sell, your target. And you see how my indicators telling you, hey, if we go down, this is your cushion right here. This is what we need to stop. Once we break this cushion right here, you're in danger zone. So it makes sense for this bitch to go through here and try to hold this. But I don't think they're gonna go down that quick. Again, this is gonna be your indicator to help you out, especially in the 15, 10-minute candles. As it opens, most likely gonna start dropping. But we'll see. Because the market does this shit. Even though it's good, they'll start dropping and say some shit like, oh no, look, whatever is going down. And then later on throughout the night it'll pick up again or something like that. Or it'll fall this week, and then at the end of this day it'll pick up and it'll bring us back to this area right here. Something like that. Now, the Fed would have said something different, like something, hey, we're in danger, you guys. Then the market would have really fucking end up falling as he was talking and not do all this pushing on up at the last minute type of thing. All right, this is Brian Seacrest. I'm out. Signing out.